OYA. Let's talk about OYA. Okay. Y'all didn't hear OYA play out in my last video? Alright. We were talking about Ogun. And at the very moment that I mentioned Oya being his wife, right, my daughter screams, she squeals in the background. Alright, I'm going to find a way to interject that part of the video into this one so that way you can see. Alright, I'm telling you, these spirits, alright, ancestors, deities as well, are very, very active in my life. And sometimes you can catch them in my videos acting out. You can. And for a long time I wouldn't do videos because every time I tried to do videos, it's like they would interfere and you know, I saw it as a distraction or some type of interruption, but that's not what it is. That's not what it is at all. Now, it's just that now I'm starting to understand what's been going on all this time. They want to be in my videos. So from time to time, you're going to hear and you're going to see certain things play out. And I'm going to point them out to you. Alright, so I was sitting here and I was having one of my meditations. Right? And here comes Oya. He's wanting me to speak about her, what I know about her, the experiences that I've had with her. Oya is very dangerous, you guys. She don't play. Alright. The best way I can describe Oya's energy is like when, say you sitting around your elders, your grandparents, and you say some shit out your mouth that you don't realize is disrespectful, but you quickly find out that it is because somebody in that group, one of them elders in that group, they pull back from Timbuktu somewhere and swing forward and knock the shit out of you. And that's something you didn't see coming. And it's very painful. Something you didn't see coming. That's how Oya manifests in the world as well as within our lives. Quick, out of the fucking blue, you don't see that shit coming. And it's painful. But she comes to purify. Wherever she hits, she also purifies. She brings destruction. But she also leaves behind renewal. So she puts you at a point where you're just starting all over again. You got to like fresh start. To me, it feels like Oya lives within Ogun. Alright? She lives within Ogun. And it's easy to get them two confused. But they're not. They are one, but their energy is slightly different. Alright? Their energy is slightly different. Okay? Because at least with Ogun, it's like a competition. With Oya, there's like no competition. Alright? When she appears, you sit the fuck down, you shut the fuck up, or you turn around and you go the other direction. You're not going to try to fight with her. Ogun wants you to fight with him. He wants you to exchange energy with him. But Oya has the last word. She don't always have the last word. Very strict. Very strict. Like an old grandmother. In Kemetic science, She corresponds with the left and the right eye of Ra, Naked Bat, and WADJET. And there's not a lot of information that you can find on those two goddesses. So if you really want to tune in to their energy, if you want to learn about Oya, Naked Bat, and WADJET, alright, you will actually have to tap into their energy and allow yourself to be guided intuitively. Alright? Trust and know that you can. Trust and know that you can. I've had some experiences with Oya, a recent experience with Oya, right? I did a little spell, right? It was like a rotten spell, because I felt like my neighbors, right? I didn't feel like something was right with them, right? So I said, instead of me waiting, I need to know right now, because it was a type of situation where they see me and it's like, hi, how you doing? And briefly exchange energy with me, right? And then some other times it was like, it's like almost like they didn't want to say anything to me. So I already know that there's some manipulation going on there. So I said, I need to know what I need to be aware of. I want to know what I need to be aware of, right? So in order for me to do that, I did a rotten spell in order to call them out if they had some ill intentions towards me, right? So it wouldn't work on them as long as they didn't have any ill intentions towards them. Well, 3 days after the spell, right, I'd already known that, because I set the spell up to where, all right, if there were ill intentions toward me, there will be a clear and obvious sign, one that I cannot overlook. All right? And if there weren't, I wouldn't see anything. 3 days later, I saw my neighbor in a nature where I never saw her before. Okay? I saw her in a nature, or acting in a nature, that I'd never seen before. And she had on a red shirt. This is a white woman. Don't get it twisted and think your ancestors won't take on the form of a white person and come in your house, come in your life and challenge you. Because if you think that they are that small that they can't do something like that, I don't know what to say. Not only are you limiting them, but you're limiting your own abilities, okay? So this white woman come out, y'all, had on this red tank top. Bright ass red tank top. And she had the attitude like, yeah, bitch, here I am. You call me out, here the fuck I am. She didn't say it, but that was the energy. You see, I read energy. And when I saw her, and I was in my house, and I was on the inside of my house, right? And I saw her, and she just came out. And that's what caught my attention, and it made me think of the spell, so I knew right away this was the answer that I was looking for. And not only that, she had on a red tank top, and this woman has all white hair. All right? So she comes out, and she's on the balcony, and she has this very confident, like arrogant, almost arrogant energy about her. Like, yeah, bitch, you call me out, here I am, what the fuck now? I was like, oh, I promise you, I was like, oh, okay, that's Oya over there. Now I know that's Oya, and that's why I was feeling the way that I was feeling towards my neighbor. That was Oya. I said, okay, Alright, so right away, I knew right then and there how to deal with this woman. I knew what she was all about. I knew to keep my distance from her because if I got involved with her, I can guarantee that I was going to have some challenges with her. Alright, so that was a message to me. If you don't want no shit, keep your distance from me, because I'm a shit roller. I'm a shit roller, and I like to keep up shit. Yes, oh my goodness, it was so amazing, that situation. And you guys are the first ones to hear that story, because there's someone else around me that thinks like me. I mean, I share my energy with my children. I am growing them and I'm molding them. However, I'm also giving them room to choose their own path. You know, I don't force my beliefs, my philosophy, my theories onto them, just like I don't force it onto anyone here. It's there for the partaking. You know, if you want to partake of it, you know, I will gladly share. If not, that's fine too. But yes, and so that's how you can identify OYA. And there's so much more. I mean, these are just some things that I'm sharing with you, some of the characteristics that I'm sharing with you. There's so much more to them. You know, when they inspire me, I record and I upload, so that way you can also partake of what is being shared with me. Alright? Yes. Oh yeah, she is something else. I don't play with her. OYA will put you in a very dangerous situation. Alright? Because she's trying to get a specific reaction out of you. Alright? And it's up to you. You have to determine what type of reaction that you're going to get. Like, say for instance, she will drop your ass. She'll drop your ass off in a fucking bad-ass neighborhood, right? Let's say the roughest fucking neighborhood in the city, okay? Drop some names down, let me know. The roughest, some rough-ass areas in the city, right? Black areas, hood, not ghetto, hood, okay? And you're a white man. Drop your ass over there and say, what the fuck you gonna do? You're not gonna get over there and start acting like a badass, alright? Because she don't tolerate arrogance, alright? She does not tolerate arrogance. Hold on. See if you can put it on the other site. That's what I do. Type it in the other site. So, OYA does not tolerate arrogant people. She will make your ass look very soft and very weak, because like I said, she will take you and put you in a dangerous situation, and you won't, just to show you that you are not as tough as you think you are. You know, so imagine being dropped off in a situation like that, in a bad neighborhood, and you being a white man. And not only that, just say you're a racist white man. You've always been racist, but you find yourself in a situation like that, in a bad neighborhood full of black people. Hungry black people. And I don't mean hungry as for food. I'm talking about just hungry as far as like ready to release a lot of stress and tension, you know, ready to devour your ass or whatever, you know. How would you act? You're not going to be arrogant in that situation unless you're a fool. But you're not going to be arrogant. You're going to be very humble. You're going to be very fucking humble. Because at that point you're going to realize that you are face to face with danger. In other words, you are face to face with OYA. OYA is danger. Danger. Poison. Poison. Danger. What are you going to do? And this entity demands respect. demands respect. She will not tolerate anything less than that. And you will not see her coming. Just like in South Florida, every summer we be having at least 5 hurricane threats, maybe even more. You understand? But I'm just saying at least. Go through the whole damn alphabet with names of hurricanes. They know it's coming. She just pops up in the ocean. You know she coming, but you don't know where she gonna hit. You have an idea how fast she's moving. You have an idea how big she is. You have an idea of what direction she's going in. But honey, them hurricanes is funny. They will turn and shift at the last minute and take a whole different direction. That's OYA. You never see her coming. You never see her coming. And you don't know. You don't know. Like I told you, that's one of your great-grandmammy or your grandmammy's hits from Timbuktu. She gonna knock one of your front tooth loose. If she ain't knocked one of your tooth loose, she definitely done busted a lip. You got some blood running from somewhere. So that's OYA. OYA is like a situation where you're dealing with a real estate agent, right? And you're relying on this real estate agent to find you a safe place for you and the children, and her ass moves you into a trap house. And you're surrounded by drug dealers. You're surrounded by drug dealers you're not familiar with. And they don't know you. In your eyes, in their eyes, you look like the police. That's a true story. It happened to me. True story, y'all. I'll tell you a moment. The best way to avoid OYA is not to behave impulsively. Do not behave impulsively. Be patient, alright? Patience is a virtue, and it is definitely necessary in order to work with the subjective realm. Patience also corresponds with the feminine elements. Darkness, mystery, meditation, alright? Being able to wait, peace, you know, because whenever you find yourself in a situation like that, those are the qualities that you invoke. Those are the very characteristics that you invoke as a means to keep yourself safe. And that is what she is motivating you to do. Alright? You can go up to OYA and you can be disrespectful and you can try to force a situation. Alright? But she will fuck you up. You will find yourself fucked up. That is just pure stupid when you're face to face with danger. You understand? And you're sitting there and you're still talking shit over something mediocre because you want to show that you're bad and you're tough, and then you catch a bullet in your head. Yep, so just keep in mind, OYA symbolizes things that happen out of the blue, things that you just don't see coming. Alright, and these are painful events. They're going to leave you with some type of shock, some type of pain, some type of turmoil. Just like the scream that you heard in the video with my daughter when I mentioned OYA as I was communicating to you about the psych. He attacks the psych. Whether he means to do it or not, you know, he's the type of person that you'll come around and you feel like, yo, this dude do not like me. And really, he does like you. He may like you a whole lot. But it's just that his energy, you know, he sends out vibrations that make you feel like he don't fucking like you. That's that OYA energy right there. OYA is one mean ass bitch. We're going to talk about her. Yes, because, hey, relax. OYA governs the psyche. The psychic realm is where she operates in. She governs anything that happens quick. So if you want something to happen really quick in your life, that's who you call. That's who you will call on, especially in issues of business, especially in the realm of business. She governs spell work, so therefore she governs witchcraft, and she is the mother of witches. So that's why I said in my other videos she may come off as a little mean. That's because she's strict. She don't have time. She don't play around. She don't beat around the bush. Alright? And most witches are like that. They are not into wasting time. If you call on them, you better have a good reason. Because they are not into wasting no time, and they will let you know. Most witches are like that, and that's why they are depicted as being ugly or mean. And that's because they don't play around. And they're not going to tolerate abuse. She has a fiery side, but she also has a passive side and aggressive side. So she's considered to be passive aggressive, or adheres to a passive aggressive nature. She represents quick changes. The moon eclipse and the sun eclipse. When you can't see through something. Something is very dense and you can't see through it. When you reach to that point in your life where something is so dense that you can't see through it, such as an eclipse, the best thing to do, or common sense would tell us to be still and wait until that period comes to an end. And this is what Oya teaches us. In times of challenges, in times of storms, get the hell out of the way. Alright? Be careful how you react and respond. Because that very reaction or response can get you hurt. Alright? So when you don't know what else to do, the best thing to do is just to be still and to wait until that period comes to an end. Oya is also one of the deities that governs abortions, spontaneous miscarriages, otherwise known as inclement weather, ferocious weather, dangerous weather. Oya also governs things that are unseen. Things that are unseen, things that are hidden, invisible. But you can feel it. Okay? You can feel it. Like the wind. And wind represents change. I know when I was living in South Florida, every time they start threatening about a hurricane, I'm like, a part of me is in awe, because I'm like, that's Oya. That's Oya. That's her children coming. They're coming to bring change. They're coming to purify, clean house, make everything anew, all over again. Did I tell you that she governs psychic abilities? She helps with the enhancement and the development of psychic abilities. So if you're looking to do that, she's the one to call upon. She definitely can help you awaken to psychic powers, to psychic abilities. She awakens you to the point where you can see below everything that's taking place in the subconscious realm. And you can see through deception, you can see what's going on. And when you're able to see, that's when Oya becomes a source of protection for us, when you're able to see what's going on. Because at that point, you're able to avoid situations. And then you're able to also capitalize on other situations. So she definitely comes into your life as well to bring prosperity. In some traditions, she may appear in a red dress, or gown, or gear. In some traditions, she appears in purple, which always makes me think about the goddess Nekhbet and WADJET, who also correspond with Oya. The left and the right eye of Ra. WADJET always appears in red because she's the fierce and the aggressive energy, whereas Nekhbet would appear in purple because she's that more passive side. But don't get it twisted, because she's dangerous as well. She appears as a snake. Yeah. Oya is something fierce. Definitely something fierce. She don't play the motherfucking radio. Very aggressive energy. But she's another one who comes and goes. She's another one who comes and goes. Sometimes she appears as misery, like a melancholic feeling. Sometimes you will have feelings of like toxic feelings, you know, feelings you don't, maybe you should be feeling good, but you're not feeling well. You know, it could be anger, you know, she makes you very sensitive to energy, to the point where you can feel things around her, to the point where you can feel things around you, even without seeing them. Ghosts and things like that. Spiritual forces. You can feel all of that hair stand up on your arms, on the back of your neck and shit. She governs that. But she always appears as a hidden force, but she will show herself. If there is a need, she will show herself. The thing is that you have to be able to identify her. Because if you can identify Oya when she materializes in your life or in your world, you know how much of a benefit that is? You see her and she see you. That means you and her can work together now. With respect. And she don't have to just be dragging your ass around. That's the significance of becoming aware of deities, their characteristics and their abilities. Because at that point, you're taking responsibility for yourself. And deities are now able to work with you, opposed to drag your ass around by your hair and making you do things unbeknownst to your awareness. You don't have any idea what's going on, what you're doing. Your head is somewhere else. You want to do this, but they say, no, you need to be doing this at this time. We brought you here for a mission. You're supposed to be elevating your your lineage, growing your lineage, overcoming generational curses. You ain't come here to fuck around and waste time, although you want to. Oya helps you wake up from the illusions that have captivated you in the earth. And you may not always like how she wakes you up or how she gets your attention. Oh, gosh, she's very powerful. That's another thing that she represents. That's another character of her. It's like when something that gets your attention and causes you to look, something that distracts you. She governs distractions. So anytime that you are focused on something and you get distracted to the point where you turn away and look, that's Oya. She saves lives like that. Ever been in a situation where you got distracted and you're like, man, I'm glad I got distracted because I could have cut my hand, or I could have did this, I could have did that. That's Oya. She represents distractions. Anything that gets your attention and deter you away from whatever it is that you're doing. Research. Pay attention. And that's what she wants you to do. She wants you to pay attention. But she can distract you as a means to save your life, but she can also distract you as a means to end your life. That's up to you. And the choices that you make. And the path that you're on.